A naive businesswoman just doing her job, or a cunning drug dealer? Beautician Tony says she was selling eyelash glue remover, but it's what's in the tiny bottles that's landed her in jail.
To strike force collars, to meet with the target Tony to make purchase of prohibited drug.
Are you a drug dealer?
No, definitely not a drug dealer.
Tony Milivoy is a lot of things. A mum, a homeowner by age 25, a successful businesswoman. But in the eyes of the law, she's a convicted drug dealer.
It was just, you're a drug dealer. This is what you're facing. It was just put in that box and that's it.
It's G.
What's that? Sorry, I'm
GBH, like GBL.
Undercover police from a special strike force bugged and filmed Tony over weeks. She was raided, arrested and locked up.
Why do they put it in people's drinks?
Where? This is what that's got in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, The thing that really got me was the fact my daughter, we see each other every day, we were never apart. I had just been taken away from her and she was only 9 years old and I was thinking that she probably thinks I've just deserted her and what's going through her mind, and that was the worst part.
All because of these tiny bottles. In Tony's life, the gel and liquid inside removed fake eyelashes. But on the street, it doubled as the drug fantasy or coma in a bottle, and it fueled cases of date rape.
Did you ever imagine that you'd be behind bars?
No, I'd never even had a speeding fine.
Tony did lashes, and she did them well. Her at-home hobby turned into a backroom business. She then opened a shop front.
Our name got out there really quickly and yeah, I was really proud of it actually.
She added a distribution arm, importing and selling products just as the industry exploded. Her best seller, eyelash remover.
It came from a beauty manufacturer in Korea.
Was it a good product?
It was an amazing product, amazing. You would put it on and the lashes would just slide off really easily. Now, not so much without that ingredient in it.
The key ingredient, GBL. It made up at least 80% of each bottle.
At the time, how many beauty salons were using that product?
It's hard to say, but I would say 90%.
Even beauty schools used it.
When I first did my eyelash training, it was in my kit.
And it didn't take long for the underworld to find out.
So importation of this particular type of drug, depending on the quantity, up to life imprisonment or over $1 million in fines.
When did you first learn that there was a problem with that product?
I had suspicions in 2016.
Tony, spooked by suspicious purchases, even called the police.
And I said, okay, well, you've got the information. And they said, if we need any more from you, we'll get back to you, but I didn't hear any more.
When Customs held a shipment of the product 2 years later, Tony called police again.
And they said, you can't control what people are doing.
Maybe that's why you're selling so much of it.
Yeah, I knew there was something going on. I thought, what is this? What's going on with this? Why are people buying so much?
Police charged Tony 2 months later in 2019.
In prison, I told them my charges and I had one lady say to me, oh, you're never getting out of here. And I'm thinking, but what have I done? I don't understand what I've done.
Tony Milivoy faced life in jail for importing and trafficking a drug she'd never heard of and never used. She pleaded guilty on legal advice, but would spend the next 3 years trying to clear her name through the courts. She couldn't work, she lost a home. All of her assets were frozen, and no one wanted to know the mother, dubbed the Breaking Bad beautician.
This is it. you know, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life and my daughter is not going to have a mother.
After 22 days behind bars, Tony got bail. What followed was an emotional reunion with her daughter.
Guess what? Sweetheart.
Her family stuck by her through it all.
So I got a 2.5-year intensive corrections order.
While most people would want to count their blessings and start fresh, Tony is determined to set the record straight.
My profit on that product was $2.95 a bottle. My understanding is people that used it illicitly were selling it for $100 to $150 a bottle.
Tony's case became the warning that saw the beauty industry change.
Do you feel like a guinea pig?
Oh, 100% I feel like a guinea pig.
With a conviction, restarting her business has been difficult, and that tag of drug courier still haunts. She's the first to concede she was reckless, and the judge agreed.
I haven't been able to speak. I've just had to cop it. If someone Googles my name, what do they see? Drug dealer, drugs hidden, and it's not the truth.
Tony hopes her sentence will be reviewed.
I would like everything cleared and, you know, go back to my old self, crime-free.